It's story time, kids. Good morning, kids. For story time, what story would you like to hear today?
Miss Simpson, can we please read The Man Who Didn't Wash His Dishes?
That's a great story. The Man Who Didn't Wash His Dishes, by Phyllis Krasilovsky.
There was once a man that lived all alone in a little house on the edge of town. He didn't have any wife or children, so he always cooked his own supper, cleaned the house by himself, and made his own bed. One night he came home hungrier than usual, so he made himself a big supper. It was a very good supper. He liked to cook and could make good things to eat, but there was so much of it that he grew very tired by the time he had finished. He just sat back in his chair as full as he could be and decided he would leave the dishes in the sink till the next night, and then he would wash them all at once. But the next night he was twice as hungry, so he cooked twice as big a supper and took twice as long to eat it, and was twice as tired by the time he had finished, so he left those dishes in the sink too. Well, as the days went by, he got more and more hungry and more tired, and so he never washed his dishes.
After a while there were so many dirty dishes that they didn't all fit in the sink, so he began to pile them on the table. Soon, the table was so full that he began to put them on his bookshelves. Soon he had them piled on the floor too. In fact, the floor got to be so full of dishes that he had a hard time getting into the house at night. They were even piled against the door.
Then one night he looked in his closet and found that there was not one clean dish left. He was hungry enough to eat out of anything, so he ate out of a soap dish from the bathroom. It was too dirty for him to use again the next night, so he used one of his ashtrays. Pretty soon he had used up all of the ashtrays. Then he ate out of some clean flower pots that he found down in the cellar, and they were all used up. He ate out of candy dishes and drank water from vases. Finally he used up everything, even the pots he cooked his food in, and he didn't know what to do. He was so unhappy. His whole house was full of dirty dishes, and dirty flower pots, and dirty pots, and dirty ashtrays, and dirty candy dishes, and a dirty soap dish. He couldn't find his books or his alarm clock or even his bed anymore. He couldn't sit down to think because even his chairs were filled with dishes, and he couldn't find the sink so he could wash them. But then all of a sudden it began to rain, and the man got an idea. He drove his big truck around to the side of the house and piled all the dishes on it, and all the vases and the flower pots and all the ashtrays and all the candy dishes and the soap dish, and drove the truck out into the rain. The rain fell on everything, and soon all the dishes were clean again. The rain had washed them. The man carried everything back in the house. He put the dishes back in the dish closet, and the pots in the pots closet, and the ashtrays on the tables, and the candy dishes on the shelves, and the flower pots in the cellar, the vases in their places, and the soap dish in the bathroom. He was so very tired after carrying everything back that he decided from then on that he would always wash his dishes just as soon as he had finished his supper. The next night when he came home, he cooked his supper, and when he had finished eating it, he washed his dishes and put them right away. And he did this every night after that. The man is very happy now. He can find his chairs, and he can find his alarm clock, and he can find his bed. It is easy for him to get into his house too, because there are no more dishes piled on the floor or anywhere. The end.